si na ọ ga ya dịrị anyị na mma o. Enu megidebe ha o, ana megide ike aja ana megide onye si na ọ ga ya dịrị anyị na mma o. Enu megidebe ha o, ana megide ike aja ana megide onye si na ọ ga ya dịrị anyị na mma o. Enu megidebe ha o, ana megide ike aja ana megide onye si na ọ ga ya dịrị anyị na mma o. Enu megide ha o, ana megide ezumezu megide onye si na ọ ga ya dịrị anyị na mma o. Enu megide ha o, ana megide ezumezu megide onye si na ọ ga ya dịrị anyị na mma o. Enu megide ha o, ana megide ezumezu megide onye si na ọ ga ya dịrị anyị na mma o.
Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma anyị ji eme ọnụ, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma anyị ji eme ọnụ, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana ga-adị, Ugochitubelu ga-adị, Ugochitubelu tempụlụ ọ ya adị, maka na eziokwu anwa chacha. Orugono a na-ebulukwa mmadụ enu ọkwụnụma, onye mee nke ọma ebulie ya enu, si ya jide nke o ji na-aga n'iru. Biko ka anyị gbakọ kịta wee kene n'Eze-Ana. Eze-Ana ga-adị, Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, nwoke ọma n'ọrụ ifite, ị ga-adị. Ọdịnala bụ eziokwu, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ. Ị ma na o nwere olu na-eti mkpu na-asị, ụmụ Igbo chigharịa, ụmụ Igbo chigharịa. Kwa mbọsị ọ na-eti, n'ụtụtụ n'abalị ọ nọ na nkụzi. Eze-Ana, Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma anyị ji eme ọnụ, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma n'ọrụ ifite, onye mgbasa ozi, ozi ọma ọdịnala gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana Ugochitubelu, onye ọma anyị ji eme ọnụ, ọdịnala bụ ụzọ ndụ gaba n'iru. Eze-Ana ga-adị, Ugochitubelu ga-adị, Ugochitubelu tempụlụ ọ ya adị, maka maka na eziokwu anwa chacha ndị ụka eriga anyị front and back ndị oche eri anyị front and back faji asị kala aka ghọrị ụmụ Igbo si anyị rapụ nke anyị na nke feka mma bulu Baịbụl bịa akwụkwọ akụkọ mepekwa chọọchị fa okwu n'ụka bịakwa
ụtụtụ ọma na ụmụ ọdịnala Igbo anyị abịakwanụ n'oge awa nke eziokwu oge anyị ji wee na-awa eziokwu niile agba nke ọ bụ mụnwa bụ Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu na Oraifite na-anọ n'isi ya maka ndị ọ bụ tata bụ izizi ha na-afụ m na social media. If today is the first time of seeing me on social media or Eziokwu TV, call me Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Ugochi tubelu na Oraifite. Oraifite is in Anambra State. Anyị na-agba afa miri emi n'okwazi ọrụ mmụọ dị iche iche. Abụkwazi m onye isi nchụaja n'ọdịnala Restoration Evangelical Mission. Bụrụkwazi onye mgbasa ozi ọdịnala Igbo. So you can call me an ordinary evangelist. I will answer. My mission is to help people live better life. N'ụbọchị taa n'oge awa nke eziokwu, today's topic is how you can awaken the inner power in you. How you can awaken the inner power in you. That is today's topic. Nke pụtara na asụgharị ya n'olu Igbo bụ kedu ihe ị ga-eme ka ị wee kpanite mmụọ, the spiritual you. O nwere ihe kwesịrị ime. Mana before anyị gaba n'iru, ọkwa dị mkpa echefuna na aja anyị na-achụ kwa ọnwa kwa ọnwa nke ọnwa Juna ka na-aga n'iru. Anyị kwesịrị ịchịkọta ya ụbọchị echi niile bụ Sọnde ọnwa na-agwụ, mana maka ihe na ọ dara n'echi bụ ụbọchị anyị ejiri achụ aja ihe mme na temple, and the Monday abụgo sit at home ụbọchị anyị ejiri arụ ọrụ achụ aja ihe mme. Then ọ ga-abụzi Tuesday sesọ ndị so na ya bụ aja ga-enweta ihe onyonyo ha nchịkọta ya na WhatsApp dịka isi malụ. Anyị anaghị esho ihe ọlụ ma ọ bụ testimonies na social media. You know why? Ọ dịrọ necessary, ọ bụrụ ihe anyị maka ebe sesọ ndị sonye na ya bụ aja ga-enweta ihe onyonyo nchịkọta ya. Echefukwana na ndị mmadụ ebukubego nke July. Yes, so ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ isonye na ya bụ aja, aja mbụ n'elu, aja epụta ihe, aja esigoro na ya bụrụ imirikite ndị mmadụ elu. Anyị malitere ịchụ aja obere oge, ọ bụrụ 3 years anyị bido ya bụ aja. Onwe ndị na-esonyere anyị na aja since anyị malitere aja till date. In fact, some people normally book every January. They book throughout the year to ensure that here escape or even 1 month. I can tell you, there is power in this group sacrifice. You can join this monthly ritual anywhere you are, all over the globe. Because distance is not a barrier in all our activities and rituals in the temple. This morning, Ejegom the altar, the church, go for Kubioku, make some declaration upon the lives of those that really join us for the month of June. Was in Chikotia, I got around up. We visit the river, offer eatable things, throughout the Mesaraka on behalf of all. Then I go to the temple, throughout other sacrifices to entities of powers in the temple. Then I can tell you there is power in rituals. Then, if you are interested, you want to join, or you have any question in today's lecture, chat me on WhatsApp 0805 7837 672. I repeat, 0805 7837 672, or 0813 8243 871. I repeat, 0813 8243 871. As you are joining us, if you are joining us from our social media platforms, please touch the share button If you are joining us from our Eziokwu TV channel, tell people about our administration. As you are doing this, may God Almighty, Chukwu Okike, bless you abundantly. May God bless you abundantly. Yeah, guys. Now, today's teaching is like more of spiritual. It has element of mystery, because like I always say, what you don't know remains a mystery to you and not to all. I want to activate that your inner power in you to motivate you, because you can go higher if only you can listen to my advice today and put it into practice. My today's admonition is this: whatever you will be or whatever you will achieve here on earth, everything is in your hands. That you will be great tomorrow, or you will elevate your spiritual power, spiritual strength. Everything lies in your hands. Always learn how to blame yourself whenever you fail, because you can never fail if you understand how things work and understand the enormous power in you. Then and start today to make use of those powers embedded in you by Chukwu Okike. Chukwu Okike is the creator of the entire universe. He is the unmovable mover. He is the propelling force. Chukwu Okike is what Igbo spirituality call the unmovable mover. I don't know what your tradition, as in what your language call him in your own dialect. Word over, every dialect call him what suits them. Like in we Igbos, we call it Chukwu, the greatest God, the unmovable mover, Chukwu Okike, the God that creates, the big God that creates. We human beings are small gods. As small gods, we can actually create, but we are not that the biggest God, Chukwu, that creates. Every language call him any name. Like if you go to some denominations, like the Hindus, they call him Bhagwan. Ụmụnna anyị ndị ofe mmanụ na-akpọ ya Oluwa, while ụmụnna anyị ndị ugwu na-akpọ ya Allah. Whatever it means, is still talking about that supreme being, the unmovable mover. So let me advise you a little. Apply that inner power in you in order to be where you want to be. Nobody will do it for you. You will do it yourself. That is my little admonition this morning. So let's dive into the lectures of today. If you pay attention to my lecture, you will learn something that will catapult you to the height you want to be. And I will try as much as possible to digress in a way that I will be able to carry everybody along. And I understand vividly that among my students, we have people from all cadres of life. We have people in different spiritual levels. We have people that are still maturing. We have the new seekers. People that are coming back to the roots newly. They are like infants, babies. And we understand that we have grown up followers. We have the elites in spiritual matters following us too. But we will try to explain it in a way that everybody, no matter your level, will be able to understand the message we are trying to pass. One, what I want to tell you today in today's lecture is this. Human beings are small gods. Because there is this God spark in us. There is this God spark in us. And that God spark in us is the core. Is the real us. Because apart from that, the inner power in us, that little spark of Chukwu in us, we can never achieve anything. God Almighty is in all of us because His spark is in us. His spirit is in us. It's like, and because His spirit is in us, He's overseen all of us. Let me give you an example. Do you see remote control? Yes. That remote control, you can use it to control your electronics because there is some element of mercury. There are some certain things that is so common in that remote control you are holding and the electrical appliances you want to control. There must be a mercury that is very compatible in that electrical appliances you want to control and the remote control. So once you press that remote control, because there is a spark of that remote control, a content in that remote control that is in that electrical appliances you want to control, you will be able to navigate. So God Almighty in His infinite mercy differentiated us from other animals, the lesser beings. Then because He embedded His little spark in us. And that little spark in us is what differentiated us from other animals, other animals. That is why in Genesis chapter 2, He gave us the mandate, the powers to rule the globe. Yes, He gave us the mandate to rule because He made us the head. And the only way we can succeed is by that little spark of Him is in us. And that little spark of Him in us is called spirit. You cannot use your physical eyes to see spirit, but it exists. So that spirit in you is the core you. The earthly clock, the flesh is just, it's like a vessel the spirit needs to wear in order to excel in this gross material world. So your physical body, your physical look is not the core you. The core you is the spirit in you. That is to call you. And whatever the way you live your life here on earth, what benefit the spirit is the most important thing. Because the spirit is the spiritual you. And the spirit does not die. Spirit does not die. So that spirit in you is to call you. And I can tell you, the spirit in you can do exploits. The spirit in you can do wonders. The spirit in you can catapult you to the height you don't even imagine. I can tell you that that spirit in you is what made us small gods. We can create not only the physical creation, not only giving birth. Yes, not only giving birth, because even giving birth has the spiritual, the physical germs propelled by the spirit in us for us to bear physical fruits as human beings. Aside that one, we have the spiritual you. The spiritual you is the spirit in you. And that spirit in you is what you need to activate. Before anything will manifest here on earth, that spiritual you is there. But sometimes you overlook it because you don't understand the importance of paying attention to your spiritual you. Each and every one of us, genuine human beings, have this spark of God in us. Each and every one of us has this spark of Chukwu in us. But due to lack of understanding, some of us normally carpet that the Spirit of God in us and start living life carnally. And once you succeeded in carpeting their spiritual you are like a dead walking corpse. One of our brothers that sang music in 80s says, "Ndị nwụrụ anwụ na-aga ije erika o, ndị nwụrụ anwụ na-aga ije." Living walking corpse. Why is he say so? He says so because the real you, which is the spiritual you, is dead. It's only the physical you, the body, that is roaming the streets. And once the real you, the core you, is dead, you can do undo. Because you don't no longer, there is nothing different between you and animals. It means that you are living life of just earthly and the physical life filled with unnecessary things. Because you can never make an impact if you do not allow the inner you, the spirit in you, to guide you. The spirit in you is the propelling force that will guide you and take you to places. The spirit in you. So don't allow that spirit in you to die. Don't allow that spirit in you to die. So spirit in you is the core you. Every human being, like I said before, has it. So what normally happens is that small spirit that you people normally refer as there is this tiny voice My heart told me, when somebody approach you in the seat, that voice you call tiny voice, you always tell you, this person is not genuine. Always listen and pay attention to what your spirit told you about someone or any situation. Believe in me, if you activate that inner power in you, you will never go astray. But the problem is that you don't understand the importance of paying attention to your inner you. Sometimes people normally say that that inner voice is too tiny. It's too tiny because you don't believe in that your inner voice. But believe in me, if you begin today to pay attention to that tiny voice, as you call it, you will notice that that voice will become clearer and louder. That tiny voice is called intuition, intuition faculty, intuition perception. Before some certain things will happen to you, you perceive it intuitively. Today's message is centered on the power of intuition. Onya kandi ba indi na ha di we kwu say in Igbo parable, they said, na dibia na agbara ga afa na abu uche. Your inner spirit is what God will be using to guide you as your manual. Only if you pay attention to that your inner spirit. Do you know why you don't know you are no longer hearing that voice? It's because there is so much noise in you. You have used negative vibrations and negative activities to overwhelm the inner spirit in you. There is so much noise in you, and because there is so much noise in you, you will not even understand it and perceive whenever the spirit in you speaks. So the first thing you will do if you want to reawaken the inner spirit in you is one. First, denoise yourself. Denoise yourself so that you always hear whenever spirit in you speaks. Most people nowadays has so much noise in them that they can't even understand or even pay attention when the spirit in them speaks. Believe in me, if you are paying attention to spirits in you, you can never go astray. The discerning spirit in you will always be active because you will always assess everything before you dive into it. Start today to reawaken that the inner spirit in you so that you will go far in life. Believe in me, if you always pay attention to this inner intuition, it has never failed anyone and it can never fail you. But the problem you have is that you pay less attention to intuition while you concentrate more on the intellect. The intellect. Example, let me paint a picture for you to understand. The first impression matters. If you are somebody that normally pay attention to your spiritual guide via your intuition, example, somebody is coming to you, you will felt it. You will feel this inner pulse that will tell you this person that is coming to you is not a good person, don't trust him. But because you don't value what you have, you don't pay attention to your intuition faculty, You subdue it without paying attention to remember what your spirit advise you to do about that person that is coming towards you to ask you for this or that. But you overlooked the advice from your intuition faculty. Then you now pay attention to what the person has to say. By so doing, you can be deceived, because the person that's coming to you is coming to you with highly developed intellect. The person will come to start brainwashing you. The person is using the power of the intellect against you, using it to convince you to believe in him or her. Whereas the spirit in you, the inner being, have already warned you and told you never to believe this person, that this person is evil, or that this person is not genuine. And do you know one thing about the intuition perception? It doesn't talk much. It just tell you, and once you ignore, it went down. Maka ndị Igbo na-atụ ilu si Igbo parable says, onye agwalụ no akwụkwọ ọzọ agwịa, meaning if they tell you and you listen and pay attention, once we see another information again, we tell you again. But if we tell you, advise you today, you did not pay attention to it, you do not put it into practice, next time if we see anything, we will not tell you. So some people will tell you that their intuition used to be active, but nowadays it's like they are fed, they have gone. We are the one that caused it. Originally from creation, every individual has these intuitive powers. But if you stop paying attention to intuitive powers, they will vanish. They will vanish. I told you that there are some people that will came to me for one assistance or the other. My intuition will tell me, don't listen to this person is not genuine. Or to make me change my mind, it will never make me to change my mind. You know what? Because my intuition have told me lots about you. I will really listen to my intuition, what my intuition told me about you, not what you are telling me. Because you are a smart guy, you can use smartness, try to use your intellectual, overdeveloped intellect against me. But I'm not carnal, so I will always scan you spiritual wise to know what my spirit is telling me about you. Because what my spirit tells me about you is the truth. Because you can never manipulate my spirit. Someone can come and manipulate your conscience, manipulate the feelings, manipulate your intellect. Like somebody trying to go you, we only try to convince you, telling you why you should believe him. But the person is only manipulating your intellect to accept. And once you accept, you subdue the intuition faculty in you, and you go astray. Later you start regretting it. You know, say, my heart once told me, but you do not pay attention to it. So is that your inner power that will always tell you, follow this path, follow this person, please don't do this, please don't do that. But most of the times, because you don't understand how things work, you subdue it. So learn today how to pay more attention to your intuition if you really want to go far in life. That is one. Two, your intuition is your powerhouse, is the brain boss in your own existence. The intuition is always correct. Yes. Even Alpha is all about uche keji agbafa, because there is lot of mathematics and arithmetic there. Is your own power of arithmetic, you'll be able to plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2, then you will get your answer. Yes. So what I'm trying to tell you is that recognize today that there is this inner power in you that is the call you. How will you be able to recognize this and begin to activate it? One, you must pay attention and create time for spiritual exercise. I keep saying it and I will keep saying it. Igbo spirituality is not all about Newaanoji. It's not all about Nimego sacrifice. It's not all about shouting, I have returned to my roots. No. It goes beyond that. Igbo spirituality has the spiritual aspect of it, the spiritual movement in it. If you are breaking cola, it's good. But aside breaking cola and using your hot drinks and all libation, the next thing you need to do is creating time for your spiritual exercise. Very, very important. Your spiritual exercise will help you to go far in life. Your spiritual exercise is time you recharge yourself. Your spiritual exercise is time you receive vision, knowledge, and wisdom for you to go to the world and dominate. Whatever I do today is as a result of vision I receive from my Eziokwu. Sorry. You can only be successful if you pay attention to your vision and knowledge, because there will be the one that will be guiding you, telling you, do this, do that. This is the do's, this is don'ts. I told you when I came back from Abuja to answer my call, I told my Eziokwu, we had meeting. I told my Eziokwu, I have come back. Now I have accepted my calling 100%. But please guide me on the right path so that I will never go astray. But in terms of dedication, I have dedicated my mind, my entire life, my entire existence for this calling. But please guide me. As in that time, they began to guide me, giving me some guidance, giving me some directions of do this, do that. Even people I came in contact with, I was directed to them. So the do's and don'ts, very important. So you pay attention to your spiritual forces. Have time, you normally face the east to connect yourself to power source. Then you have time to praise them. Ask them for forgiveness. Then ask them for petitioning, whatever that is your wish. Then make some declaration of what you want in life and what you don't want. You live in the present, because living in the present will determine how your future will be. And always be positive in your decisions and mindsets. So you must create time of meditation. You must create time for meditation. If you really want to go higher in your spiritual level, create time for meditation. During your meditation time, you will start to receive messages of what you will do and what you should avoid. If you are always meditating, you will always be guided on what to bring to the table, what you pay attention to, and how you can do some of these things in order to excel on them. You must pay attention. So learn today how to do your spiritual exercise. because in so doing, you will be able to give advice on what I want to do. I use myself as an example. Doing my spiritual exercise daily normally give me vision on what to do in order to succeed more. All the activities in the temple, the vision normally comes from my spiritual exercise, where my Ezumezu will advise me to do this, do that, see where you will be, see where you will be, see what you will avoid, see how to do it. And they keep introducing new ways to me. So they will be the one that will give me inspiration of do this, do that, in order to succeed massively. So when was the last time you consulted your spiritual exercise, your spiritual forces? When was the last time? Do you think you can achieve great things by your own making? You can't achieve those great things by ordinary your own making. You must carry them along. And once you are so obedient to them and apply the advice given to you by your spiritual forces, I can tell you, you do exploit, you go far in life. But whenever you keep ignoring them, keep doing things the way you want it or the way your intellect led you, believe in me, you always make mistakes. But paying attention to them, listen to them, and apply the vision given to you by them, believe me, you go far. All the things I have started here, even all the activities in the temple I drive, I got the knowledge from them. Even all my investments, I got the idea from them. Even our future plan, I told you, I think early this year or last year, I told you the vision I had concerning going into making of bread. Yes. And believe in me, it will come to fulfillment. When we are done, I will still let you know. So they will be the one that will tell me when I say, okay, how can I do to be able to eradicate this or that, or even reduce unemployment in my community to the barest minimum. They will tell me, go and do this, do and do that, see how you can do it, see how you can achieve it. So whichever business you are going into, make sure you carry your Ezumezu. During your spiritual exercise, they will give you more vision how to go into it. How to go into it. So activate that your inner power in you. Never always concede to always the negativity and mindset. Always believe in the power of success. As long as you remain on the right track and be very honest. A guy came to the temple yesterday, was telling me that Obashigo boy have finished learning trade, but he doesn't have money to start. I said to, even if you don't have money, you can still do something. Go back to that line. He told me that he learned his trade in Port Harcourt. Go back to that line where you learn your business. There, keep hustling. By, if you see customers, take them to your Oga or take them to any other customers that sells those things. You will be getting small commission from it. And for the fact that you are coming to that market daily and they are being very honest, believe in me, if you are doing it over time, you will see some of this your guy that will be saying, this Ifeanyi is a hard-working guy. Some of them will, if you call you to say, Ifeanyi, can you for any reason get a shop? I can be giving you goods. If you sell, return money to me. Some can even say, okay, Ifeanyi, can you be making use of this small portion in my shop? Because they have seen the zeal to succeed in you. They have seen that you are a very honest person and hardworking. But if after learning the trade, you didn't get the money you are expecting from your uncles and the relatives, then you will be staying at home. You are idling away. But once you make an attempt, awaken that power, the zeal in you, you go far. Not only the benefit of spiritual awakening. Once you are awakening your spiritual powers, believe in me, that spiritual powers you are awakening will awaken every other thing in you. Even finances will improve. Because the more understanding that for you to be a good worshiper of God, you need to feed. Look at it this way. God feed even the birds of the air. They don't have farm. They don't have handwork. But God Almighty in His infinite mercy fed them. Talk more or less of you that have the spark of God in you. I can tell you, if you do a little, you will be favored. You will be given more vision on how to excel. So I will advise you to reawaken the inner power in you, because the inner power in you will propel you to the greater height. Pay attention to when you connect yourself to the outer world. Pay attention how you connect yourself to the outer world. Many religious sects call it so many names. But what is important is you understand what I'm saying is facing the east. Pay attention. Call upon your spiritual forces. Tell them that you are here for you and them to have a meeting. Tell them what you want. Make some declaration. By so doing, you are connecting yourself gradually to your spiritual forces. Every religion does it. Some sect might call this their own astral travel, but some call it soul travel, some call it the astral projection, whatever thing they call it. For me, it's meditation. It's all about meditation. Try to remove yourself from noisy environment and then think about what is pure. Think about noble volitions. Think about what is good. Think about God. Talk about mysteries of life. Tell God and the Almighty, God Almighty, tell Yachi and Ezumezu that you want to make an impact here on earth. That you are sick and tired of being spectator. Tell them that you want to be at the center of everything. You want to make an impact here on earth. That you want to be a role model. That you want to be a destiny helper to many. That you want to make impact and save lives. That you need wisdom, knowledge and vision. That is what you need. Once you get this, you are permitted to have this wisdom, knowledge and vision. Believe in me, money will come. Like I always tell you, that money is just mere legal tender created by various countries, nations. That what is important is for you to have the right vision, right knowledge and wisdom. Then discover your strength. Believe in me, people will pay massively just to hear your voice, to get their counseling, because you are experts in what you do. Because it's only experts that make money. If you sing for a living, once you are professional, once you are the best, people will pay you for your services. But if you are not professional, you are whack, people might not pay you. So what am I saying? What I'm saying now, make sure you pay attention for your spiritual exercise and create 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes daily for that. In that way, you'll be able to grow. In that way, the Spirit will always guide you and tell you where you go wrong and tell you what to do in every given time. Let me round up. You remember the story of Jesus going to the mountain with his disciples, his apostles, Peter, James, and John, whom he loved so much, according to that Bible story. He went there at the hilltop where there won't be any noise. Are you following? Now, as they're there, Peter, James, and John noticed the appearance of James and John with Jesus, making them three. So what I'm telling you, that what happened, that their inner eyes was open. It's called transfiguration. Mwawe. So I don't know what you are passing through, but I can tell you that mwawe, transfiguration, can come into your life. Once transfiguration come into your life, it will come into your existence. It will come into your family. It will come into your business and your handwork. The most important thing is that you dedicate and activate that your inner power in you. Believe in me, that your inner power you activated will attract other goodies of life to you. Yes. So pay attention in your spiritual exercise, because the spiritual control the physical. So whatever you can imagine, whatever that you can imagine is achievable, because everything that is achieved here on earth was once imagined stuff. Do you know that even this Android phone you are using was once someone's imagination? Somebody imagine it. That we know we can create Android though. We can actually do it in a way that someone can use it to do video call and be saying someone else at the same time simultaneously, and they will converse, discuss. It's someone's imagination and they come to fulfillment. So I don't know what you are imagining right now. I don't know what you are passing through right now, but I can tell you, if you only can remain positive and imagine for something brighter, they will come. Wherever you want to be, good life you want to have now, you can create it within your mind and walk towards direction. Give it a push, 100% push. Then and watch that thing you did in the spiritual to manifest in the world of the physical. I'm a living witness. I remember the first time I imagined myself building a duplex. Then in the dream, and I work it out and push it into reality. And if me can achieve it, I trust you can achieve it even more. The only thing is that you are belittling the power in you. You don't know how to exercise that your spiritual power. You don't know how to recognize your forces. You are beginning for your chi, your ismus, and all your forces, because you are not paying attention. If you pay attention to spiritual matter more, believe in me, whatever you imagine in the spiritual world of the spiritual, you can push them and they will come to reality in the world of physical. Believe in me. But you don't know how to awaken that inner spirit. Inner spirit will make you to always live a spiritual life, not every time carnal life. Some of you spend more time in clubbing, talking trash, talking all those things that it doesn't even put food on your table. Those things you are thinking, spending much of your time to talk, is not even favoring you. But how many minutes do you normally set aside for your spiritual recharging? How many? Some of you don't even have it, but you have time for gossip and talking about someone else, spending your time in frivolities. Then how do you expect to succeed? You can't. And once you are not succeeding, you will start looking for who or what is responsible for your downfall. But believe in me, whatever, take it from me, whatever that is imaginable is achievable. But only if you believe. But if you don't believe, then those things will keep eluding you. Let me stop here. If you have questions to this lecture, send message to me. 0805-7837672. I repeat, 0805-7837672. See you tomorrow. That's some normal way broadcast you actually. No channel you promo.
Good day, my name is Chucks. If you're in need of building designs, we have years of experience helping people get the beauty of their dream house they have always wanted. Even if you have great fear of seeking for architect because of money, we can help. Don't put off getting your dream house that you deserve. So give us a WhatsApp chat via our Facebook page today at Fenwork Architecture. Fenwork Architecture gives you the best. Thank you.
Morning. Okay, my name is Mwachukwu Francis Chukwuemeke. I'm from Anambra State, Nibo, precisely. Okay, to start with, I would say thank you for using that word, beautiful. Those work we saw in Eziokwu TV, I'm the architect that designed them. I happen to be one of 3 executive directors in Framework Architecture. Framework Architecture is a multidisciplinary integrated company that offers specialized and expert contracts and consultancy in area of architecture, civil engineering, project planning, interior designing. Okay, Framework Architecture was founded and began operating in 2010. The company is led by management team of 3 executive directors, and have assembled a group of experienced and professional technicians in both traditional and high technology. Thank you so much. Our mission is to provide a service to meet the challenges of building environments associated with the developing countries like Africa. We aim to provide a conducive and safety, affordable housing units. Okay, to reach us is so easy. We are everywhere here in Nigeria. Why I say that we are everywhere is that we go outside jobs. I mean, any place you call us, we are ready to be there and achieve your requirements. So for our contact number, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number 070 64 65 24 51. I repeat, 070 64 65 24 51. Or you can also contact us through our email address, frameworkarchitecture@gmail.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, viewers all over the world. My name's Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Rifte. I'm here this morning to react on trending topic concerning reforms going on in Igbo spirituality. One of my followers chatted me. He was of the view that we should not reform Ordinance, that we keep on using the outdated method used by our ancestors, our fathers, meaning that Igbo spirituality, we should maintain the old status quo. Our altars, Igbo spirituality, we have altars Nokumodi teacher, like Okwedo, Okulasi, Okumodi teacher, even the same thing with the one that is in your village. Place of worship in Igbo spirituality. We should keep on staying under the trees and the shanties. That anything we are trying to build a befitting place of worship, for him, he is not in support. So I'm here today to react to some of such comments. That look, world over, every spiritual movement, they're all reforming. Let me draw your attention to Catholic faith. There's what they call Vatican I. During Vatican I era, the priest, Latin, during the Latin Mass, that time, in Vatican I, because Catholic Church have Vatican I and Vatican II. Presently, they are practicing Vatican II. Under Vatican I, they are using purely Latin. Yes, they are using purely Latin. And that time, Reverend Father will face the Holy of Holies. He face the altar, back people. Anytime they want to give blessing, like Dominus Vobiscum, he will turn people to people and say Dominus Vobiscum, et cum spiritu tua. That is Dominus Vobiscum simple means Asekuya et cum spiritu tua. Then face back. Are you following? So, and as the church was growing, they understand that by so doing that some people don't actually understand the meaning of those Latin words. So, under Vatican II, they reform it. Under Vatican II, they taught it why that and make declarations that from that Vatican II going forward, that people should be celebrating Mass in their own language. They reform a lot of things, and the Reverend Father began to face the audience. Everything, they reform so many. I just want to use this particular celebration of Mass as a case study. The same thing with the other world religion world over. Are you following? Even in Hindu, it's Buddha that built the first temple in India. Like modern temples. So there was so many reforms. So many reforms. The same thing with if you go to other sets, religious sets like Grey Message, the Kanka and rest of them, many of them are building modern place of worship, so temples. However, once you enter into any place of worship, you will see sign that will show you that this particular place of worship or temple belongs to so spiritual sect. Like if I enter Catholic church, once I enter inside, I will be able to tell you this is Catholic, even without signboard. Because I have already know some certain things. Despite the fact that other religions have chairs and everything, they have similarity. That's what I'm trying to say. But there is some certain things that made it unique. For example, Catholic must have crucifix. Crucifix. Why the Anglican, exterior of Anglican and Catholic look alike, right? But there is different because in Anglican, you will only see a cross, you will not see crucifix. The same thing with other Pentecostals. So, but some people still want Ordinana to remain with those outdated methods that did not even help us anywhere. Okay, with this old method of under trees and shanties, have you ever seen any serving governors? Despite the fact, or even senator, despite the fact that some of them, when they are contesting, yes, they seek prayers from traditional worshippers. Yes, Igbo spirituality. But because of how everything is structured, time of Thanksgiving, you will not see them. Okay, if the governor is coming to thank Olas with his entourage, where will he sit? The atmosphere is not conducive. Okay, if there is maybe a rainfall, how do you expect governor or a senator or and his entourage to be running helter-skelter because rain is coming? The atmosphere is not built in a way that it will accommodate high-profile personalities. So, but now in Igbo spirituality, we are moderning it. What is important is the teaching. In Igbo spirituality, African traditional religion, we are talking about telling you why you should not destroy your family, why you should be at peace with your children and rest of them. All those the tenets of Igbo spirituality teaching will teach you about those things. And even tell you how you can be able to do it yourself. Like I said, 70% of your spiritual work can be done by yourself if you are properly guided. So that is what modern Igbo spirituality is trying to do. Now we are remodeling so many things, giving at least modern place of worship where you can come and sit comfortably. In fact, if we can even afford AC, we put AC. Are you getting me? So that the atmosphere must be nice. Yes, because other religious sect and spiritual movements are looking down on Igbo spirituality because of how our altars look like under the trees, under shanties and everything. People are looking down on us. So I'm a reformer. I am of the opinion that place of worship of Chukwu Okike should look nice. Okay, look at what African traditional religion is doing, Ghanaian religion. Look at it. You see it and watch the next video. You will see watch the next videos. You will see people massively returning back to Igbo spirituality via African traditional religion. You will see the atmosphere, you will see the interior, you will see everything. The environment is nice and very conducive, so that everybody will be conducive for all walks of life. So watch this video and see the reformation we are bringing in Igbo spirituality, because we believe that place of worship of Chukwu should be nice and it should follow the reality on ground of 21st century. So you watch how we worship. The difference is that Igbo spirituality does not believe that Jesus is God. Yes. So Igbo spirituality does not recognize that. We believe in Chukwu Okike Pụrụ Ime Ihe Niile. That is the core difference between us and Christianity. So I will have worship songs. Those worship songs, the only thing is that we recognize Chukwu. We don't recognize Jesus. That is the third difference. So, and if you look inside our interior of place of worship, you will see our Nzu is there. Edo is there. So if you look well, you will see the difference from the normal church, because you will not see anything, any carved image in that place. However, outside the place of worship, we still have other symbols in the environment for you to know that you are in African traditional religion arena. Let me stop here. Watch this video and tell me what you have to say. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yama the moon naked. Yama the moon glory. Yama the moon nafo. Yama the moon nafo. Yama the moon of the naked dome. This is the way about the Yama the Veranade. Yama the Veranade. Chineke Menegi Yama. Chineke Wala also. Yama being a Chineke Gozilaga. Chineke Gozili. Chineke Maguzu. Usu Yama the Veranade. Usu people of the Veranade. Yama being a Choco of Chineke Bezulege. Chineke Gozili. Chineke Veranade. God bless you. 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 Chineke mere mma. Chineke wara ko se ko so na le. Abasa no ga wa le pa ke bo na se. Ike de no so no wewe.